Hey everybody, it's Frank the Tank here, back on another episode of MLB The Show 15, and we are jumping into the first gameplay of our Los Angeles Angels fantasy draft franchise. Thank you guys for all the comments and feedback about the trades. I thought we made some really good trades, and I think we built a really solid team here, so I'm really excited to see what we can do jumping into this season. So today we are taking on the Seattle Mariners here at Safeco Field. Opening day is on the road for us. We are starting Chris Sale, the veteran lefty from the Chicago White Sox, and we are facing Johnny Cueto, recently acquired by the Royals, but in this fantasy draft he was selected by the Seattle Mariners, so we should have a good matchup here. Here is our lineup. We have a lot of really good young players, a couple veterans, and some guys we're unsure about, like Carlos Correa, Brandon Belt at DH, but it's going to be a lot of fun. So here we see Johnny Cueto, 5'11", 220, age 29, and I never really hit Cueto too well playing the show, but I guess we're going to see what happens in this game. And D. Gordon, our second baseman, is going to lead off. We take a little look here at who they have in the field. Albert Pujols at first base, Jason Kipnis at second, and George Springer in right field are really their big three as far as their offense goes. But we're leading off with D. Gordon here. A lot of you guys really wanted to see D. Gordon, and I really like playing with him just because his contact and his speed. But here he is going to lead off the season with a ground out to the first baseman Albert Pujols for the first out. Up next is third baseman Manny Machado, trying to see if we can get a pitch to drive here. We have a 1-0 count with one out, and Machado is going to smack this one right back up the middle. Ellsbury is going to field it in center and throw it on in, but that is a 1-out single for Manny Machado. Next we have Andrew McCutchen, center fielder and one of the big stars on our team. He is going to put a charge into this one deep to center field, but Jacoby Ellsbury has a beat on it right in front of the warning track to make the out. Machado will retreat back to first. And next up we have our powerful cleanup hitter and first-round draft pick Giancarlo Stanton. An 0-1 count, and Stan's going to put this ball back up the middle past Cueto into center field for a base hit. We have runners on first and second here with with 2 outs in the bottom of the top of the first inning, mind you. Anthony Rizzo, our first baseman, up. As you can see, his numbers were pretty good last season with the Chicago Cubs, but he is now anchoring down that first base bag for us. The pitch, and he smacks this ball right back off Johnny Cueto's shin, and their third baseman cannot field it cleanly. That is Yunel Escobar over at third, so that's going to go as an infield single for Anthony Rizzo. So we are threatening Cueto and the Mariners here with bases loaded in the top of the first. Yoenis Cespedes up with 2 outs, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. We chase that slider on the outside corner, and Johnny Cueto works himself out of the jam. And we leave him loaded here in the top of the first with 3 singles, but we cannot drive in a run. There is Lloyd McClendon, the manager of the Seattle Mariners. And we see their lineup here: Ellsbury, Everett, Cabrera, Pujols, Van Slyke, Springer, Kipnis, Escobar, Owings, and catcher Yasmani Grandal batting in the 9th hole. So there are a couple guys there, Pujols, Springer, Kipnis, that we really have to worry about. But I'm not too worried coming in this game with Chris Sale on the mound, our big 6'6" lefty, and Jacoby Ellsbury is going to lead off the game for the Mariners here. 0-1 count, the pitch, and Ellsbury is going to ground this ball. Correa is going to pick it up and fire onto Rizzo for out number 1. Have to make those plays quick when you have a guy as fast as Ellsbury in the box. Up next, we have a 3-0 count here to Everett Cabrera, and we're going to walk him on a very, very questionable two-seam fastball on the outside of the plate. I thought that should have been a strike. So did Sale, but we will walk Cabrera to put 1 runner on with 1 out for Albert Pujols, and the machine is going to ground this ball past the diving D. Gordon into right field. Stanton picks that up and fires on to third to hold the runners at second and first. Albert Pujols with a 1-out single there. Coming up next is Scott Van Slyke, an 0-2 count with 2 on. Swing and a miss over that Chris Sale slider, and out number 2 there. Very nice pitch there by Chris Sale. But we have George Springer up here, great young player for the Houston Astros. 2 on, 2 outs here, bottom of the first. First pitch fastball, we put it right over the middle of the plate, and he is going to hit that into center field. McCutchen was playing way, way deep on that. I do not know why, but we will have no play at the plate, so we fire on to third to hold that runner at second. And Springer is in with an RBI single. So up next, a 1-2 count, we have Jason Kipnis. 2 on, 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. And he is going to hit this ball okay down the right field line, but Giancarlo Stanton's going to circle and put that away for the third out of the inning. So the Mariners do jump out to a quick 1-0 lead off the RBI single by George Springer. We still lead them in hits 3-2, but we definitely have to try to put some runs on the board because Chris Sale is going to need the run support if he's going to settle down. So after a Salvador Perez single and a Brandon Belt single, Perez is now on third. Carlos Correa, the rookie shortstop out of Houston, is at the plate, and he is going to put a charge into this ball in center field. Not deep enough, but Ellsbury catches it, and Salvador Perez will tag up. So that is a sacrifice fly. First career RBI there for Carlos Correa, and that's going to tie the game at 1. And we're going to fast forward here. Top of the third, Salvador Perez at the dish once again. 2 outs and 2 runners on. The pitch, and he is going to hit this ball back up the middle. We are going to send McCutchen around third. He will come in to score, and the score is now 2-1. So we do have that run support coming in for Chris Sale. And here we go, bottom of the fourth. Runner on first, 2 outs. Jason Kipnis, strike 3 right over that changeup. Very nice pitch there by Chris Sale. And we have Yunel Escobar. Runner still on first with 1 out, and he's going to hit a sharp ground ball to second. Gordon on to Correa, on to Rizzo for the 4-6-3 double play to end that inning. Sale has really settled down after that first inning, and he is starting to pitch a gem here in Seattle on opening day. We're going to expect to see that a lot from him during this season. As you can see, the nice sweet turn there, Correa on to Rizzo for the out. Top of the fifth here, Giancarlo Stanton back up to the plate, our cleanup hitter. 0-1 count with 1 out, the pitch, and Stanton crushes his ball to left field. It is back. It is gone. A solo home run for Giancarlo Stanton. That's his first home run on the season, and your Angels jump out to a 3-1 lead here on the day. And Cueto knows he made a mistake there, and if you make that pitch to Giancarlo Stanton, he will definitely punish you 9 out of 10 times, and we expect to see a lot of that this year from him. Lloyd McClendon there not too happy. Let's see if Anthony Rizzo can do anything, and he ends up getting a single, and we add another base hit, and Brandon Belt is now at the plate. We are up 3-1 here in the top of the fifth. Runners on first and third with 2 outs. See if Belt can do anything at the dish. That first pitch, he takes it opposite field. Anthony Rizzo will come in to score. And we are now up 4-1. Top of the fifth, up 4-1. Rookie Carlos Correa at the plate, sac fly in his last at bat. Let's see if he can do anything to add to his resume. And a hanging breaking ball from new pitcher after Johnny Cueto was pulled, and he punishes him with a 3-run home run to left center field. That is Carlos Correa's first career home run, and we jump out to a 7-1 lead. So we're sitting pretty good here in the top of the fifth. And Correa rounds third. Celebration from his coaches. They were very happy. This is one of the guys we were pretty worried about. I was really thinking about upgrading, but if he keeps hitting like this, we're going to be okay. So bottom of the fifth, Chris Owings is going to swing and miss at that 4-seam fastball for the strike, and Chris Sale really settling in here and really starting to dominate like an ace should. Yasmani Grandal up next, 1-2 count, and he's going to look at that 4-seam fastball. Perfect pitcher's pitch there, and that is another strikeout for Chris Sale. And we have Jacoby Ellsbury here. 0-2 count. Can we strike out the side? He's going to put a charge into this one, but Stanton's going to get back on the track and make a nice catch. And another 1-2-3 inning for Chris Sale, starting to really dominate this game. And we have dominated as well on offense. 12 hits, 7 runs in 5 innings. And, we're probably going to see if we can add to this lead. Here we have Stanton up again. Top of the sixth, runners on second and first with no outs. 2-0 count, the pitch, and Stanton's going to hit this ball back up the middle. We will send the Machado around third, and he will score. It is 8-1. Your Los Angeles Angels in the lead. 8-1, up 7 runs, and we are absolutely crushing one of our division rivals, the Seattle Mariners. Salvador Perez up here with 2 runners on, 2 outs. 1-0 pitch. He's going to put a charge into this, into the gap. That ball is going to get down. That ball is going to reach the wall, and we are sending everybody home. 2 runs are going to come around to score on the Salvador Perez double. And we are now up 10-1. So at this point, I'm thinking we have this game pretty much in the bag. 2-2 count here to Everett Cabrera, bottom of the sixth. Chris Sale's going to strike him out on that impressive slider once again, and we are in the driver's seat here. this game is pretty much over. Chris Sale is absolutely dominating. Bottom 6, George Springer. Mistake pitch by Chris Sale, to say the least. Springer gets a hold of this one. I paused it real quick because I didn't know who was hitting, and I found out it was Springer, and he hits it out. A 2-run homer for him, so we are still up 10-3. We start warming up Marcus Stroman, though. Chris Owings here 2-on. Again, Sale floats that change up right over the middle of the plate, and Chris Owings makes him pay. So we went from being up to 10-1 at the start of this inning. It is now a 10-6 ball game. So we bring in Marcus Stroman to replace Chris Sale. The book is shut on Sale. 5.2 innings, 8 hits, 6 earned runs, and 8 strikeouts. But an awful 6th inning for him. Got a little careless and just started throwing some pitches right over the plate. But Stroman, 1-2 count to Yasmani Grandal. He's just going to hit a weak chopper. Perez will pick that up and fire on to first to end that inning. And now we definitely need to get some of these runs back, because a 9-run lead went to a 4-run lead in about 10 minutes. So we definitely have our work cut out for us, and we have Manny Machado up to the plate with a runner on third. That is D. Gordon. He singled, stole second and third, and Machado is going to ground out to third, but Gordon will come into scoring, get us one of those runs back. So it's now an 11-6 ball game. We'll fast forward here. Bottom of the 9th, Marcus Stroman still in, doing very well in relief. But Yunel Escobar is going to get a hold of that fastball that we leave over the plate. We jump and we can't quite rob that home run, so it is a solo home run for Yunel Escobar. It's now an 11-7 game. Mike Scioscia's a little worried about where this is headed. We did warm up Tony Watson, but we will not need to bring him in. 0-2 count. Stroman gets Chris Owings to ground out to second. Gordon on to Rizzo. Next batter is Yasmani Grandal, an 0-2 count. The pitch from Stroman, we will get him to ground out to third. An amazing video game sideways backwards diving snag by Manny Machado to get the out. And Jacoby Ellsbury with an 0-1 count is going to line hard out to Carlos Correa, and that's going to do it for us here on opening day in Seattle. Great start to this game for us. We jump out to that 9-run lead, but Chris Sale implodes a little, but he does pick up the win. 5.2 innings pitched, 8 hits, 6 earned runs, 8 strikeouts. Johnny Cueto tabbed with the loss. Some offensive notes: Giancarlo Stanton 3 for 5 with a home run, 2 RBIs. Carlos Correa 2 for 4 with a home run and 4 RBIs. Salvador Perez 4 for 5 with 3 RBIs. Thanks for watching, guys. Like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, and this is Frank the Tank signing out.